Hello everyone and welcome back to Civil Engineering Academy. My name is Marina and today I'm going to be solving a problem for your PE transportation exam. The problem states like this. A compound curve is required for a loop ramp exiting a freeway facility. The curve coming out of the freeway next to the PC has an intersecting angle delta equals 45 degrees, 12 minutes and 8 seconds and a 850 feet radius. This curve will be tied into another curve with an intersecting angle delta equals 25 degrees, 15 minutes and 7 seconds, and 600 feet radius. The PI is located at 132 plus 50.12. What are the approximate stations for the PC, PCC, and the PT respectively? So let's take a look in what we got here. So we have that our radius for the first curve is 850 feet. We got that our radius for the second curve is 600 feet. We got that our deflection angle for the first curve is 45 degrees, 12 minutes, 8 seconds. And let's convert this to decimal degrees. So this is going to be 45.20 degrees. And we got that our deflection angle for the second curve equals 25 degrees, 15 minutes, and 7 seconds. So let's convert this to decimal degrees. This will be 25.25 degrees. And we're going to use our PE reference handbook version 2.0. Let's look at page 275. And we're going to see that our deflection angle of compound curve is equal the summation of our two deflection angles for each one of these curves that form our compound curve. So let's make this summation. This will be 45.20 plus 25.25. We're gonna get that our deflection angle for our compound curve will be 70.45 degrees. And then let's think in terms of the tangents that we need to calculate. We are given the PI and we need to find this tangent, so we can subtract this tangent from the PI and get our PC value, and then we can calculate the length of this curve. I'm going to call this length 1. And then we can add this to the PC and we're going to find our PCC. And then we can add the second length, L2, and then we're going to find our PT. So there are a lot of calculations here, and we are going to start with the lengths of the curves. And you'll find these equations in our PE reference handbook, version 2.0, page 274, and you're gonna find that the length is equal the radius times delta times pi divided by 180. So let's apply this equation to each one of our deflection angles and curves. So let's do for L1. L1 will be 850 feet times 45.20 degrees times pi divided by 180, and this will give us 670.56 feet. And we're gonna do the same for our L2. This one will be 600 times 25.25 times pi divided by 180, and this will be 264.42 feet. Okay, and then we have that the T1, our little T1, which is this one, is the small t associated with the individual curve. So this T1 is associated with curve 1. Okay, not the overall compounded curve. And per our PE reference handbook, page 275, we have that our T1 is equal R1 times the tangent of delta 1 divided by 2, and we can plug in these values. We're going to see that our T1 will be 850 feet times the tangent of 45.20 divided by 2. We're going to see that our T1 is equal 353.82 feet. And let's do the same thing for our T2. Our T2 will be our R2 times the tangent of delta 2, so divided by 2. And we're going to see that our T2 equals 600 times the tangent of 25.25 divided by 2. And we're going to see that our T2 will be 134.39 feet. Now comes the important equation that is going to associate distances and angles with the geometry of the compound curve. And this equation can be found in our NCES reference handbook, also version 2.0 and page 275. And we're going to see that the segment VG divided by the sine of delta 2 is equal to the segment VH divided by sine delta 1, and this is equal T1 plus T2 divided by sine of 180 minus delta, and this is equal T1 plus T2 divided by sine delta. And so let's go ahead and input these values. So our VG divided by sine of 25.25 will be equal our VH divided by sine 45.20, and this will be equal our T1 that we calculated, so 353.82 feet, plus our T2, which is 134.39 over the sine of 70.45, and we're gonna find that 2.34 times VG is equal 1.41 times the segment VH, and this is equal 518.08 feet. And if we solve for VG, we're gonna see that this is going to be 518.08 divided by 2.34. We're gonna find 221.40 feet. And if we solve for VH, this will be 518.08 divided by 1.41, and this will give us 367.43 feet. It's still on page 275 in our reference handbook. You're gonna find the equation for our big tangent for the compound curve. So the T1 will be the segment VG plus the little T1. So let's plug these values. So our T1, our big tangent, will be our VG, this value, 221.40, times our T1, which is 353.82. We're going to find out that our tangent is 572.22. We were given our PI. We know that our PI is equal 132 plus 50.12. And we're going to subtract from our PI our tangent 1. So we're going to subtract this value. This is going to be 5 plus a... so actually the T1 is... this will be 575.22, and we're going to subtract this value from our PI. So minus 5 plus 75.22. We're going to find out that our PC equals 126 plus 74.90. And if we want to find the PCC, we have that the PCC is going to be equal the PC times L1. So we're going to add to the PC, which is 126 plus 74.90. We're going to add our L1. Okay, that's 6 plus 70.56, and we're gonna find out our PCC value, which will be PCC, which will be 133 plus 45.46. And finally, we can estimate our PT. Our PT will be equal our PCC plus our L2. So we have that our PCC, we found this value 133 plus 45.46, and we're gonna add our L2. So L2 is 2 plus 64.42. Finally, we get the value for the PT, which is 136 plus 9.88. So if we do some approximation here, we'll see that the PC is nearly to 126 plus 75. Our PCC will be close to 133 plus 45, and our PT will be close to 136 plus 10, and this will give us the correct answer, which is option C. All right, this concludes this exercise. I hope you learned a lot, and I see you